いただきます。当社の今回の不適切事案が当社日本のものづくりの根幹に関わる話であると指摘されたのは事実でございまして、そういう意味で大変申し訳ないというふうに思っております。
They had the customers, Nissan, Subaru. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, this is a big deal.
Joe, it's a big deal for international supply chains, not just for Japanese Inc. And I'll bring up the SPLC function on Kobe Steel just very quickly on the Bloomberg, and we can bring this up on the screen as well, I hope. And you can just see down the right side, the big customers. I don't know how well you can see this on screen, but if you run it on the Bloomberg, it'll come up quite clearly. But on the far right, Mitsubishi, 5%. That's how much they account of Kobe Steel's revenue. Toyota's like north of 4%. GM, Ford Motors, around 1.5%. What we don't know is whether some of the metals that they falsified data on ended up at any of these companies and ended up in any of their products. And I assume that those companies don't know either.
Tonight, a big story involving Hillary Clinton and a powerful businessman who was funneling millions in donations to her family foundation while possibly violating the U.S. sanctions on Iran. Sanctions Mrs. Clinton was supposed to enforce. Welcome to the Kelly File, everyone. I'm Megyn Kelly. There are serious new questions tonight involving Hillary Clinton and the man seen here, Viktor Pinchuk. Mr. Pinchuk is the fourth richest man in Ukraine, the owner of a massive pipeline company, and reportedly the man who gave more to the Clintons Family Foundation than any other individual. A report now released by Newsweek magazine alleges that Mr. Pinchuk's company may have violated U.S. sanctions on Iran, done business with Iran in 2012 and possibly beyond that year, by delivering nearly $2 million worth of steel pipes to Iran for pipelines. That's a no-no. Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State at that time and happened to be the person charged with holding foreign entities responsible for violating U.S. sanctions on Iran.
I took that on when I was in the Senate, standing up for steel workers and steel producers in New York. I will take that on as your president. I am sick of people taking advantage of our markets, our consumers, our businesses.
The Democrats were sure that Hillary would win, but she lost. And some of the things that were never supposed to see the light of day are now seeing the light of day. An FBI informant, Douglas Campbell, told 3 congressional committees the Russians paid $3 million to influence Hillary Clinton on the uranium deal. This is the alleged chain. Russian money goes to an American lobbying firm, which provides help to the Clinton Foundation, which pushes the uranium deal, which is then signed and gives Russia 20% of America's uranium. This story broke overnight. Hillary Clinton says it is a distraction. There is a separate development in the scandal at the FBI. President Obama's name has now been brought into it. Before the election, the former president told Fox categorically that he had not talked to the FBI or the Justice Department about any investigation. But now, another text has emerged from FBI's Lisa Page. Here it is. POTUS, that's POTUS, wants to know everything we're doing. That's the President of the United States wants to know everything we're doing. That would be President Barack Obama. A year ago, if Hillary had won, it would have been all about Trump and Russia, and you wouldn't have heard a word about the Clinton Foundation or the FBI. But she lost. And yes, a year ago, it was still all about Trump and Russia, but now it's Hillary and the Russians and President Obama and the FBI.
Some of those jobs of the past are just not going to come back. And when somebody says, like the person you just mentioned, who I'm not going to advertise for, that he's going to bring all these jobs back. Well, how exactly are you going to do that? What are you going to do? There's no answer to it. He just says, well, I'm going to negotiate a better deal. Well, how exactly are you going to negotiate that? What magic wand do you have? And usually the answer is he doesn't have an answer.
With Donald, it's just a different set of rules. So it wasn't about that. It was about me sharing a point of view of a person I know in a way that most people don't. And that the political efficacy of what's happened is amazing. right? The playbook that Donald has utilized to get to where he is artful. And as a man who can get things done, I've seen him in the most complicated situations building consensus out of things that people can't imagine. When I say kind and humble and generous, people say, who are you talking about? Right? This isn't the man that I'm seeing in front of these rallies. Well, it is the man that you're seeing in front of those rallies.